Hey there, fellow YouTubers. It's VSG Brad here from Holy Cross Hospital in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Post-op video numero uno. First of all, let me just say I appreciate so much all the comments and support comments on Facebook and YouTube. Excuse me if I'm a little out of it. I am still getting the good pain meds here. Push the button every 6 minutes and you're good to go. I was, my experience, I had to be here at 5:30 this morning. Got here on time. Really nervous to the point of I almost decided not to. I just kept telling myself, why did you let yourself get here? Why didn't you just diet? Why didn't you just exercise? Why couldn't you do this on your own? Really felt like if I walked out, okay, I can do this. I don't need this surgery. I was just nervous, but it was good. I have a great doctor, Dr. Michael Prez, fantastic doctor. Anybody in South Florida, and I waited I was the second patient of his in line, so I had to wait around a while. And but when they got me in, gave me the anesthesia, knocked me out, wheeled me into the OR, and the next thing I woke up, and when I woke up in the recovery room, it hurt an 11 on a scale of 1 to 10. It was, for me, the most painful thing I've had. But they started loading me up with painkillers, and fortunately that really only lasted about 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes. They got it under control, and from there, I still have this IV painkiller, but the incisions part of it doesn't hurt at all. I'm not feeling any of that pain. I do have the gas pain, the air that people talk about, the air bubble in the chest. And they made me wait like 4 hours before I could get up and walk. And I was chomping at the bit to get up and go. Part of my pre-op diet, and I think losing the 50 pounds and my 6-month waiting period helped with that. But really, I walked and was walking up to 4 miles by the end of that. So I think that really gave me a leg up when it comes to the recovery. And as soon as I got up, the air bubble was, when I stood up and walked, I didn't feel it at all. And I must have walked about laps and laps around the hospital here. They were surprised I was walking as much as I was, but I did that, and that really relieved the pain. When I laid back down again, it did kind of come back. So I even I have it a little bit now, and I've done 2 long walks so far. It's now 9 almost 9:30 at night here. So that's been okay. Very I'm not dehydrated because they're giving me IV fluids, but my mouth is very dry. But they were giving me ice chips even in recovery. So from the start, they were okay with ice chips. I don't know if that was the same with everybody, but that's been a big help. So I've just had ice chips and some chapstick for my mouth was kind of dry. That's good etiquette. The neighbor, I have a room for 2. Had the neighbor from, I don't know where he from hell when it came to this guy this afternoon. He was elderly fella, complained like nobody's business. At one point he had about 4 or 5 different hospital employees that you know, they were talking at the same time. I was just trying to literally take a nap, and they were making just such an incredible amount of noise. Finally, I did talk to my nurse, and they ended up moving them to another room, and they said they would block out this one so I'd have at least the room to myself for the rest of the night. So it's been very peaceful since then. No, I've definitely no hunger. I'm certainly not missing any food at this stage. You know, the ice chips are fine. Haven't even thought about food, so that's, you know, that's good for now anyway. Tomorrow they're going to do the upper GI, and sometime tomorrow morning, and then said I'd probably be released in the afternoon tomorrow. So I'll see my surgeon, because I hadn't seen him since the surgery. So get the update from him on how things went, and go from there. I mean, it's as close as I came, I think, to backing out. This so far now, I'm definitely glad I went through with it. That, like I said, the worst part was just that initial in the recovery room until they got the pain management, down. That was the worst of it. One thing that I don't remember if anybody mentioned to me or not, but is bring some earplugs, and actually I had my son bring over a at home, and I don't know if you can see it on the table. I'll try to show you, but there's headphones there, or not headphones, but they're actually just like ear protection for woodworking. So when I'm doing loud stuff in the garage with saws, and I can muffle them out. And I had them because I didn't know at the time about them getting rid of my neighbor. So that'll drown out anything. But bring some earplugs at the least, or anything if you're not going to have your own room, just in case. So get a lot more rest that way. They haven't been bugging me about walking. I'm not really sure if it's because I took the 2 long walks, just sort of, those were totally me instigating them. They weren't in here. Same with the little, I'll try to show you the breathing machine here, this thing that you gotta blow into, I'm sorry, not blow into, inhale. So you suck air out, I guess, and then do that. But, they said do it every hour. But again, they totally leave it up to you. It's not like they're in here bugging you to do it, so you have to take that on yourself to get it done. I'll show you guys, for fair warning, I'll show you my incisions, which were not bad at this point. I've seen some videos where people look like they were hit with a cannonball in the gut. Mine don't, not yet. I mean, that might be still to come, but I'll let you just take a look. It's not, nothing looks really horrendous, and that's, I think I got one on the side. There's 5, I think, total, and they weren't better than, like I said, better than I expected. So we'll see. Anyway, tomorrow's going home day. Clear liquids for a couple days, and then I think it's shakes, protein shakes and liquids, and for 2 weeks until I see the doctor, if I understood him correctly. And that's about it. Thanks again for all the messages and the support. It means a lot. I haven't really. I've only told a couple of friends and my family, and I'm nervous about the whole you did that for losing weight, and just didn't want to get into the whole discussion. So it's nice to have the support, the vertical sleeve support, and the weight loss surgery support out there, community. It helps so much to be able to hear, other people's advice, what they've been through. you don't feel like you're alone, and just to have people to bounce issues off. And anyway, that's about it. I'm over 10 minutes, so it's too long. And this is VSG Brad signing out, wishing all of you a nice evening. Take care.